everyone, and welcome to June's project. For this month, we're going to be creating a pirate-themed game where you're going to be able to sail around a big ocean, visit some islands, find some treasure, and maybe fight a couple enemies along the way. We're also going to have an emphasis in this project on reusing code from previous projects and writing code that is able to be reused in future projects. This is something that you guys need to get in the habit of as developers. As you move forward and get older and start making your own games, you'll find that it's a lot easier to reuse code than to write the exact same thing over and over again. So we're going to be emphasizing that type of stuff this month, but we're not doing that quite yet. We'll get into that a little bit later. To start, what we need to do is create our water. Obviously, in a Pirates themed game, we want to sail around the ocean, not around, a sidewalk or something. So we're going to make our water for our boat to float on. So to do that, what we're going to do is right click and click 3D object and cube. And that's going to spawn us a nice 1 by 1 by 1 cube. What we want to do then is move its position to the center of our world. So to do that, we can set the X, Y, and Z values all to 0. And that's going to move our guy to the center. And you might notice, depending on where your camera is in your scene view, it's not centered, and you might barely even be able to see it, like in my case. So what you can do is click on the cube, put your mouse over the scene view, and then tap the F key, and that's going to drag you right up to it. And from there, you can right-click in the scene view and move your mouse to move the camera, or press W, A, D, or S to move around the camera in the scene view. So I'm going to back up a little bit because we're going to make this pretty big. We'll do that. That looks good. So next up, what we need to do is go back over to our transform component here in the inspector, change our Y scale to 40, which, yeah, that's pretty big. And in fact, I'm going to back up a little bit more in my scene view. We're going to change the Y scale to 40, the X scale to 1,000, and the Z scale to 1,000. So that's going to make us a nice big hunk of water for us to work with here. Oh, I'm sorry, I did 100. Yeah, I had the extra 0 there. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're working with here. Nice, massive piece of water for us to sail around in, because we're going to need a lot of room. We got a big boat, and we got to put some islands and stuff, and we want to really give the feeling like you're sailing around in the ocean. What we need to do next is drop down from our transform component down here to our box collider component, and we need to check this is trigger box. What that's going to allow us to do is move objects like our boat inside the box rather than colliding with it and sitting on top. We want it to kind of sink into it like it's real water. Finally, what we need to do is go into our Techability folder, go into our environments folder, and grab this water material. It should look like a blue sphere, and we can just drag that right out onto our water. And that's going to apply a nice blue transparent color to the water, so it kind of looks like our sea. And then the final step is just to click on our cube and rename it to water. And you can do that by clicking up here or by right-clicking the object in the hierarchy and clicking rename and typing water.